Democrats in trouble because it's hard to know what's authentic. And I do feel as though people are craving authenticity. You know, Kris Jenner is the biggest mastermind of fake. We know Kim Kardashian being flowered on the red carpet was fake. I famously had the influencer Ava Louise on my podcast. She's the one that started the rumor that Kanye West and Jeffree Star hooked up together. And then she said that Kris Jenner sent her a cease and desist, which was a lie. She made that up to keep things going because Kris never comments. She's almost like just the circus master, but she never shows her hand. I think if this is fake, it's like Dory and PK. I mean, I really think they're too. I think they're fine. I don't know. I think
I don't know about that.
Really?
I'm sorry. I mean, that's a whole nother can of worms. I think I've heard stories. I've heard stories. I've heard stories. I am, believe it or not, on Patreon this Saturday covering this because I heard some things about PK, like real things. Look, I don't think Dory and PK are doing this to manipulate the media. No, I think they have some issues, which I will be revealing on Saturday. But I don't buy Jax and Brittany. I think it's like
no, I don't either.
I don't buy it.
I think the audience begins to see through it. And like, if you go down that route of being fake, you gotta you cannot reveal your hand because I think once you do, you're in big trouble. I had farts in the jar girl on my show who famously sold her farts in the jar. I mean, everything about that was a lie. Like, it was inflated how much money she made, how many farts in a jar she sold. Then she apparently sold a grave site next to herself so you could die next to her. That was fake.
She's sick.
Yeah, and then people don't believe you have any credibility.
No, it's like a 15. No, I mean, I agree with you. I think if this is fake by Jax and Brittany and it comes out, they're screwed.
Yeah, I do too.
And look, I don't know. I mean, like, will this get people to watch the Valley more than they were? I mean, why is this going to increase the people? We're going to look for red herrings and like clues of like, in this edited scene, Jax seems mad at Brittany. Oh, the signs were there. I mean, this is no scandal. You know what I mean? Like, but I do think we're at least talking about it. We're talking about the Valley. But I don't know if this is all going to work. I mean, the thing is, even when Brittany's being stopped by like the paparazzi, she's like, but we'll be fine. She almost can't go there. Like, she's like, I'm not worried about it. Jax comes out of the gym and the first thing he says to TMZ is like, how'd you guys find me? I mean, is this really a question, Jax? Literally, if you watch, the first question was like, how'd you guys find me? I mean, what?
I know.
You called them, bro. Come on.
Which you and I are friends with paparazzi who have worked for TMZ, and they tell you 70% of all celebrity sightings are called in. Their publicists say, by the way, Kim Kardashian will be down at SoFi, this entrance. Taylor Swift is going to be with her. I mean, Taylor Swift's probably the 30% that doesn't need to alert you, but everybody else, everyone needs press. I mean,
Kris Jenner calls up. Kylie is on her way to Hermes, and she is in a mood, darling. She is going to drop over $1 million. Go there.
Click. Anyway. Right. Yes. Well, I thought this episode was very interesting. Season 11, episode 6, darling.
Tell me why.
Well, did you know? I thought the scene where Scheana, we're still in Lake Tahoe.
Yeah.
We have this meditation energy cleanser specialist, which is now a staple for all reality shows. They have to have some sort of seance person cleaning the room and blah, blah, blah. But the whole idea was for them to get deep and let go of past resentments. And Scheana really wants to reconnect with Tom Sandoval and comes out and says that, and isn't this so interesting about all of them, that essentially during the pandemic, she was broke. Her podcast was canceled. Why was her podcast canceled?
I don't know, but I had a note about that too. So it was canceled and now it's back because of Sandoval. Again, you're welcome. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. Right? Thank you, Rachel Leviss.
So
it was canceled.
Her podcast was canceled.
Not anymore.
There were no gigs going. She had no money. And Tom Sandoval gave her money. I got a problem with her.
Okay, tell us.
Why is she wavering at all? Okay. That's a loyal friend. You know, if you came to me and you said, I'm up S Creek. I have all these Louis I can't pay. I need $10,000. You've done a lot for me. I would probably give you the $10,000. I would never expect you to pay it back because when you give friends and
What?
family money, well, when you give money, you better give it as a gift because, and if you paid it back to me, how lucky am I? But for the most part, you give money and you never expect to get it back. Then you don't have any resentments.
I have a hard and fast rule. People have come to me for money over the years.
Oh,
Not many, not many. Like one friend here, one friend there. I just have a really hard and fast rule of just not doing it. Shocker. Shocker.
some
So
of your
please,
friends have asked you for money and you said no.
yeah. I haven't said no. I'm just like, delete this text. We're not answering this. I don't know. I have a hard and fast rule. So please don't go on Skid Row, Sarah, and ask me for money. Please, please do an extra
Oh,
episode later
okay.
today.
Guess I'm not
Look,
protecting you.
look.
All right. Anyway, if you had loaned me money when I was
I
down
mean,
and out,
thank you. Now everyone's gonna hate me. They're like, she would give him money, but I just feel like, oh, it's so messy. It's so messy. It's
well,
so
that's why I would give it to
messy.
you as a gift. And I would not expect, I
Ah,
mean, I'm not an open pocketbook for you, but if you needed a one-time $10,000, I would say, yes, you've done a lot for me.
well,
You've helped my business tremendously.
I
And
need it.
I
I
would not
want
expect,
it. Can I have it, please?
no, because I know right now, honey, you don't need it.
Fine.
You don't need it. But okay, I got a problem with her. So you're
Okay.
telling me this man rode for you when you were dead broke, getting ready to have a child and everything, and you've been waffling and wavering over here? Biatch, you should have had his back from the beginning speaking up for him.
And he just sits there being treated worse than apparently James treated the Levis family dog, according to Levis's lawsuit.
Wow.
Tom, as he said at the end, he is the dirty dog in the street, and now they're keeping him in the street, but they put out a little dog food for him. I hear you. I hear you. Sheena's had it's. I get it. He gave her money. I mean, that was she
Dude,
woke up
a
to
lot of friends,
thousands.
a lot of friends are like you.
And
You,
by the
you,
way, it's
yeah.
not like Tom is LVP over here. It's not like Tom is rolling in dough. He ain't no Lisa Vanderpump.
None
That's
of
who
them.
should be. That really, if you want to get technical, it should be like you're a vital part of my show. You're going through it. Next season we'll take it out of your pay, but here's thousands from LVP.